Author. She's the author of several hugely famous children's books. Reporter. A large crowd of reporters collected outside the Prime Minister's house. Journalist. The journalist took notes throughout the interview. Cashier. The cashier works at the store, handling money and helping customers. Salesperson. The salesperson helps customers choose products in the store. Accountant. My mom is a corporate accountant who always got stellar performance reviews. Receptionist. When you get here, the receptionist will direct you to my office. Secretary. My secretary will phone you to arrange a meeting. Translator. The translator helps people understand languages they don't know. Coach. To become a basketball coach, you have to have experience. Actor. Actress. The actor performs in movies or plays on stage. Singer. He is a rock singer. Banker. The banker helps people with their money at the bank. Photographer. She is a professional photographer. Scientist. The scientist conducts experiments and discovers new things. Astronaut. My son's dream is to be an astronaut. Astronomer. Astronomers continue to discover new stars. Mail carrier. Postman. The mail carrier delivers letters and packages to our homes. Librarian. The librarian helps people find books at the library. Farmer. The farmer grows crops and takes care of animals on the farm. Gardener. My wife's a keen gardener. Pilot. The pilot flies airplanes and takes people on trips. Flight attendant. I want to become an international flight attendant and travel around the world. Mechanic. He is a good breakdown mechanic. Plumber. When he finishes vocational school, he'll become a plumber. Miner. My grandfather used to be a gold miner. Carpenter. The carpenter lined out the piece of wood. Electrician. The electrician is on the building site. Mason. I need a mason to build an oven. Welder. My uncle who I spent a great deal of time with was a welder. Architect. The architect designs buildings and homes. Engineer. An engineer designs and builds things like bridges and machines. Barista. The barista makes delicious coffee at the cafe. Shopkeeper. I want to talk to the shopkeeper. Hairdresser. The hairdresser cuts and styles people's hair at the salon. Barber. I better get to the barber shop. Veterinarian. A veterinarian takes care of sick animals and keeps them healthy. Dentist. I visit the dentist to keep my teeth healthy and clean. Doctor. The doctor helps people when they are sick. Nurse. The nurse helps the doctor take care of patients. Pharmacist. We had to wait for the pharmacist to make up her prescription. Midwife. The midwife gave him a warm bath. Teacher. The teacher teaches students in the school. Police officer. The police officer keeps our community safe. Firefighter. The firefighter works in a heat environment. Chef. The chef cooks delicious food in the restaurant. Waiter or waitress. The waiter serves food and drinks at the cafe. Driver. The bus drivers swerve to avoid hitting the cyclists. Artist. The artist paints beautiful pictures and creates art. Painter. Painter man painting house wall with roller brush. Cobbler. The cobbler put my shoe on the awl while he was working on it. Tailor. I go to the tailor to be measured for a suit. Fashion designer. While studying at university, she worked as a fashion designer. Woodcutter. The woodcutter goes to the forest to cut woods every day. Hunter. The hunters followed the tracks of the deer for hours. Priest. He has been a priest in the church for 20 years. Nun. The nun is telling her beads and praying. Butcher. The butcher cut off a choice piece of steak for her. Lawyer. Advocate. You need a lawyer to run the company because there's so much law. Judge. The judge will pronounce sentence on the defendant this afternoon. Baker. I like watching Baker creaming the cake. Sea captain. He was a sea captain and a good one. Sailor. My father is a sailor. Tattooist. You have to find a tattooist who won't be ashamed to draw your idea. Soldier. I hope you will respect my soldiers. Security officer. He says he's a security officer in the mall. Comedian. The audience is laughing at the comedian. Forest ranger. Before you start on your adventure, get maps from the forest ranger. Bodyguard. The prince is always accompanied by his bodyguards. Butler. The butler announced that dinner was served. Composer. Beethoven was a great composer. Musician. The concert features dancers and musicians of all nationalities. Writer. She was a successful businessman before becoming a writer. Poet. He's my favorite poet. Dancer. A lot of my friends were ballet dancers. Model. I'm going to be a model. Detective. She hired a private detective to find out if her husband was having an affair. Editor. He is an editor of the journal. Film director. He's been around as a film director. Homemaker. My mom is the homemaker in the family. Housewife. My mother is a housewife and my father is retired. Illustrator. I've always dreamed of being a full-time illustrator. Lifeguard. I was saved from drowning by a lifeguard. Tour guide. Tourist guide. I will be your tour guide. Programmer. The programmer said it could assist students in their learning. Magician. There'll be a magician at the kids' Christmas party. Fisherman. Fishing net is a must for any fisherman. Fishmonger. I'll stop at the fishmonger's on my way home from work. Businessman. He was a successful businessman running his own small business. Office worker. Young office workers sitting at desktop in office. Makeup artist. She started working as a makeup artist for photographers and models on fashion shows, magazines. Psychologist. She has a consultation with the psychologist at 4 p.m. today. Referee. The referee gave him a red card. Politician. He is a consummate politician. Florist. He is talking with a florist in the flower shop. Barman, bartender. He sips a whiskey and talked to his favorite barman. Telephonist. The telephonist is sitting near the entrance with headphones on, answering someone. Janitor. She got a job at a hospital as a janitor. Real estate agent. He want to be a successful real estate agent. Freelancer. He had worked for the company for several years before he quit and became a freelancer.